Okay, it is finally time to talk about season 3 of Scandal. And there was lots and lots of scandally goodness going on in the season premiere, so let's talk about some of the scenes that kind of stuck out to me. First of all, the opening scene, right? Because at the end of season 2, we see Olivia get into the limousine with her dad. And I must say that based on the scene that we saw in this episode, Olivia's dad's kind of an ass. And not just that, I mean, he was just so power hungry and almost narcissistic, basically I'm in control, I give the power, and you get that he really believes that. He wants her to get on this plane, and he's concocted this whole escape plan for her so that she's just gonna go someplace and disappear. And I actually really thought she was gonna do it, but eventually she snaps out of it and takes control of her life again. He says something to her during that scene that was just so awful, something like, why do you keep being so mediocre or something? And that's when I was just like, her dad sucks, man. Now, obviously, her name is out there. The press is all over the place that Olivia Pope had an affair with the president. Her clients are dropping left and right, and basically her whole world is falling apart. And so she decides, in order to fix the situation, she needs to meet with Fitz and with Mellie. And you guys, this was my favorite scene of the episode. I mean, I feel like we need more Fitz, Mellie, and Olivia scenes, because this one was just come on, we're in this bunker, basically getting ready for war. I mean, it was kind of crazy. So the meeting is basically to figure out what the game plan should be, what their plan should be going forward. Fitz is the one who kind of suggests that maybe they just tell the truth. And I guess he's thinking along the lines of the truth shall set you free. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Mellie's not going for it though, she's kind of look, I'm not going to go out there and stand hand in hand with you in front of the cameras while you tell the world that you're in love with this other woman. I'm not gonna do that. And I thought it was really interesting that Olivia was willing to kind of twist the truth for Mellie's sake. It was almost like, hey, look, I'll give you this one, Mellie, because I have been sleeping with your husband. So basically, if you want me to say I only slept with him twice and that it didn't mean anything, I will do that. One other part of that scene I really loved was the moment after Mellie leaves, when Fitz realizes, that Olivia's not okay, because obviously she's not, even though she keeps saying, I'm fine. I'm fine. I mean, she said that so many times, I just wanted to be like, come on, woman. It's so obvious that you're not fine. But he just takes his jacket off and goes and hugs her. And for a second, she lets herself kind of break down in his arms. But then in true Olivia Pope fashion, she pulls it together and she backs away. In the end, though, Mellie, Cyrus, and also Olivia's team at Pope & Associates decide, no, we're not going to do this. We're going to come up with some other plan so that Olivia doesn't have to take the fall. And so they throw this other child under the bus, Janine, who works at the White House. Because technically, I guess the reporter who broke the story never actually got the name of the person who the president had an affair with. So Janine works well as a scapegoat. One of the big reveals in this episode, of course, is Mellie figuring out that it was Fitz who actually released Olivia's name. Because at first, y'all know y'all was mad at Hal, because I was mad at Hal too. Because we're always mad at Hal, because he kind of sucks. It really looked like he was the one who did it, by accident. He was drunk, and this reporter was there, and he kind of spoke when he shouldn't have. But Mellie's the one who figures out that it was actually Fitzgerald Grant who kind of orchestrated the entire thing. And I love that end scene between the two of them where he basically declares war and tells her, look, we are at war. This is one battle of many battles that we're gonna have. And he also uses that to kind of explain his behavior in the season finale, the whole scene that we all hated so much where he went and laid his head in her lap like some 13-year-old kid. He basically tells her, that didn't mean anything. That's all a part of the plan. And that makes me think that Fitz has got some grand plan that he's working out, which would make me very happy. Now, there were also some really interesting scenes with Sally Langston, and there was a moment when it almost seems like Fitz was telling her to kind of go for the jugular. He basically told her, after I do the press conference, there's going to be a window for you to kind of step in and take over. I want you to do that. Be strong, come in, be the moral center of the party. And she's kind of shocked because she's just like, why are you doing this? Because she wasn't expecting it. And neither was I. So I'm kind of interested to figure out, does that mean he's giving up on running for re-election and he's kind of giving her the floor? Or is he just kind of giving her a moment to shine because he feels bad? Now, at the very end of the episode, Charlie shows back up. He comes to Cyrus's house and basically takes Cyrus to some undisclosed location. And then Rowan, Olivia's father, comes in. He gives him this file that has something to do with Operation Remington, I think is what it was called. And that's the operation that Fitz and Jake Ballard were involved in Iran. Something in the folder made Cyrus, freak out. So, of course, we are all now dying to know what it said. So, season 3 is here, you guys. I'm excited. I thought this episode was great. Scandal is back. I mean, it was awesome and scandalous and just awesome. I just loved it. I'm so excited that this show is back. You guys, don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and click on the button up here. I do Scandal reviews every single week. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to tell me what you thought about this episode down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye. Oh, and there was one other moment that I really loved. It was the moment when all of the Pope and associates are together, except for Olivia, and they're plotting to kind of fix her. And they're all kind of hemming and hawing, and Harrison says to them, "Are we gladiators or are we bitches?" That was just kind of awesome.